Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Life. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you to all the subscribers and members. There's plenty of members-only episodes to enjoy and more to come. Your support is appreciated. Today's episode is another interesting Doug Kermode reel, featuring CH-47 Chinook helicopter mountain ops flying in the Monashee Mountains. But before we start, I'm going to include some video footage to give context to this remarkable and massive helicopter, as well as its unmistakable sound, as the film footage has no sound. The CH-47 Chinook helicopter first flew in 1961. It has a crew of 3, pilot, co-pilot, and a flight engineer or loadmaster. It has a capacity of 33 to 55 troops, or 24 stretchers and 3 attendants, or 24,000 pounds. The fuselage is 52 feet long with a width of 12 feet. It has a cruise speed of 160 knots and a range of 400 nautical miles with a service ceiling of 20,000 feet. The history of Petawawa-based 450 Squadron, formed in 1970, has an interesting timeline, with its Edmonton detachment being renumbered and activated as 447 Squadron in January 1979. This 1978 footage is of the Edmonton-based 450 Squadron detachment. 450, 447, and 408 squadrons of the Canadian Forces participated in mountain ops flying in the Monashees from 1977 to the mid-1980s. The training exercise, called exercise Rox Check, was an opportunity for pilots to train with the squadron and become more comfortable with operating at high altitudes and mountainous terrain. In addition to the high-altitude mountain and pinnacle touchdowns, the air crews also practiced their capability of rescue hoist training and the crew favorite of water landings. The mountainous terrain provided many challenges for sure, particularly in poor weather and fading light. In later years, American and British Army Chinook pilots would train alongside their Canadian peers in the Monashees. The flight and support crews, along with their aircraft, would arrive each summer in mid-August at Vernon Military Camp, also known as Vernon Army Cadet Camp. The camp was an ideal location. The helicopters were parked on the paved parade square next to Highway 97. The air and ground crews lived in the barracks, and their cooks took over the kitchen. Those pilots who had previously taken the Okanagan helicopter's mountain flying course in the early 1970s would teach the rest of the pilots the special techniques for assessing local winds, up and down drafts, and for planning and executing approaches to mountain landing areas. The flying was demanding but very enjoyable. Film footage of mountain ops flying in the 1970s is scarce. Ship-to-ship footage even more so. Flight time from the parade square at Vernon Military Camp, east to the Monashees, 45 miles or 75 kilometers away, was about 20 minutes. Monashee Provincial Park and the nearby valleys and mountains were well suited for mountain ops flying, with numerous peaks up to 9,800 feet, and little population to disturb. Peters Lake, Margie Lake, and many smaller isolated ponds were calm and provided excellent opportunities for water landings. Thank you to Dale Kermode for collaborating on this episode. The last few moments with some unfortunate light leakage is of the aircraft on the parade square at Vernon Military Camp. Happy 100th anniversary, Royal Canadian Air Force. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be kind, and we'll see you next time on Real Life.